This is Stone. He's in kindergarten here. Here he is with his track team. But he's not just an athlete. He's an actor. Playbill official. In fact, it was this production of Peter Pan nearly a decade ago that paid Stone his first stipend, which he deposited with Orion Financial. That was a long time ago. And now, Stone's about to head off to college. But before he begins this next chapter, he found himself back at Orion amongst a few familiar faces.
So, his mom, Laura, we worked together for years, and we became friends. I got to know and hear a lot about Stone, and we got his first savings account opened up when he was 10 years old.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Recently, I opened up my official savings and checking account with Orion.
Now we have had that gap of the 8 years and we haven't seen each other, and he's ready to start his adult banking. Like, he even had conversations about his first credit card, you know? So yes, for me, it's very gratifying. It's very rewarding.
So I took personal finance last semester, and a representative from Orion came and talked to us about mortgages and interest and the difference between a bank and a credit union. And so it was just good hearing all that from a professional from Orion.
Whenever kids come in, they're often coming in from very different backgrounds. I'm Ryan Pryor. I go by RP here at Crosstown High, and I am the senior personal finance teacher and theater director. And so one of the things I always see is that you've got kids who will come in who maybe are really financially literate, right? Their parents had good advice for them and gave them information. And then you've got other kids, and quite frankly, it's the majority of kids, who they have financial information. They have things that their parents have told them. And if your parents got information that maybe wasn't the most up to date, or maybe wasn't the best financial information, they're coming in and they're not speaking the same language. So we've been collaborating with Orion Financial for the last year. They've come into our class 2 or 3 times. And what they do is they bring in guest speakers and professionals, and they talk with our kids about the ways in which what they're learning in personal finance, works out on the other side. And that is such an incredible thing. Stone's story is fantastic. I've known him for 4 years. The amount of benefit he's had from having a close relationship with Orion, I think, is going to pay dividends for him for the rest of his life. A student's school and a student's credit union are working together, not just for him, but for as many kids as possible. More private institutions, especially financial institutions, need to find a way to engage with their communities, i.e. their schools, in a proactive way. And Orion's doing that.
I definitely trust Orion a lot more after seeing them helping the community and being there for Memphis. And I actually listened to them and trusted their advice. And so it's really cool to now be a member of Orion. I'm very excited for this next stage of my life, especially going into college. I was scared for a while. I kind of saw money as kind of scary, and also I don't really like change. So that change is kind of scary, but to have a place where I can go and to have a person that I can go to about my money, I feel like that takes a lot of pressure off. So I feel better about going to the next stages of my life.